What's going on, guys? Dave Mate. If any of you were following us, what was happening before, you're in for a treat because we were having the first inaugural Matejuana show. I'm Dave Mate from Circle of Drink. We're just talking about the beautiful marriage between the two beautiful herbs, Ilex paraguayensis, known as yerba mate, and cannabis sativa, known as marijuana. Two very powerful herbs. And the combination is Matejuana. Who do I have with us on the show as well? Go ahead.
Dane Zarbuds. What's up, guys?
And just give a little, what is this whole relationship between the two herbs? Talk to us a little bit.
Cannabis and mates, two have a strong connection to social bonding with people. Mate offers a physical and chemical balance that and just elevates you and just adds a synergy to the hanging out, bonding, just meeting people. Cannabis is also a great bridge to meet people, break the ice, something to hang out when you're just meeting people, enjoy relaxing, listen to music, any social space. Mate is a great way to complement that in the way that it just elevates the experience, just binds you with the people you're hanging out with, and it just makes the high better and just makes the whole experience better. So we're talking about how those two things work together and how each of them do their own thing, how they improve our lives, different people's lives, and how might be introduced into your life. So
that's a powerful thing.
Oh, yeah.
And how did you first, recognize this connection between these two herbs, that they were working together?
When, smoking one night at a party, you came along with the mate gourds in your thermos, talking about all the benefits the mate brought, and you had this cool looking gourd, beautiful craftsmanship put into it, this metal straw called a bombilla, and showed what it was, and then you offered me a sip and how ceremonial it is and the traditions of it. And
how did you feel from the mate? Did it work on your body, work on your mind?
You just like I said, just lifts you up because, the chemicals and antioxidant, it just makes you feel better, and the caffeine also just perks you up. But it's not overwhelming. It's not a rush. Doesn't give you heartburn. Not like coffee. It's just very clean. It's like smoking a really good sativa bud and just perking you up for the first part of the day. It just gets really good going. Just gets your sharpness going and just makes you feel like you're all there a little bit more.
So how do you see this whole industry evolving, or this whole lifestyle evolving? Because before, when we were recording this on the radio show, you were talking about, both of us were, about how both herbs share that sort of common denominator, bring people together.
Yeah.
Beyond race, beyond socioeconomic status, beyond so many delineations that are ridiculous, socially constructed.
Yeah. Anybody could enjoy a gourd and some mate, and almost anybody could appreciate a good joint every so often, relax. So it's about who you are as a person, how you work, and what you feel is your niche. But it's about find something that works, and cannabis works for a lot of people, and mate works for a lot of people. Tea is a powerful thing. And the gifts we get from this earth are something serious, so might as well utilize them.
Yes, indeed. So before we were talking about, when we had that caller on, Joe from Florida, how mate is beginning to spread where he is in Florida, and the circle is growing stronger. We're beginning to see, I think, maybe for the first time in North American history, where a single herb that you drink, a single tea, let's call it tea to simplify everything, is actually bringing everyday people together, not just people who are into health. The sort of people who are drinking mate are so eclectic and diverse. We're talking, surfers, skateboarders, bankers, Google engineers. We're talking about all sorts of people from all sorts of class and social strata. Doesn't matter. Mate is just a binder that brings people together. It kind of gets you going, opens up the mind, opens up the heart. It incites powerful, positive conversation and flow.
Yeah,
and so does a lot of other herbs.
Yeah, it tastes delicious.
But not like mate.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, cannabis shares a lot of those traits. I mean, it's a little tangled up in the social stigma we still have in this country, but I mean, a lot of people all over the country, different any kind of means, still could appreciate some cannabis, appreciate a great cup of herb, whatever it may be,
And people are beginning to recognize that when you add the herbs to the water, you drink that tea. It's like those are your vitamins.
It's something better than
those are your nutrients.
Yeah,
you know,
mean, tea sales have been skyrocketing in the past couple of years. So,
especially North America.
Teavana has been booming. So I mean, people's appreciation for the simpler herbs, the simpler things that benefit you in your life is something that is changing the world. So marijuana isn't something the same.
Yeah, they're like I think we've not overly, just period, stigmatized cannabis. We have to understand that cannabis has hundreds of medical applications.
Yeah, well, the whole
hundreds of positive health benefits. We're talking hundreds.
Yeah, the whole past 80
Harvard
years.
Scientists, Harvard professors, Columbia professors have been proving this for decades.
Yeah, we
gotta, we're just talking science here. We're just talking facts here. We're not talking about hippies. Yeah. We're not talking about stoners. Those are all just, pigeonholes. I'm just talking about the plant alone, respecting the plant alone. What is the plant? What are the physiological benefits? What are the social benefits? What are the psychological benefits? We're just talking about science here.
Yeah,
we're talking about facts here.
Benefits from it. It's simpler things.
Colorado is doing the great thing, legalizing it over there. Very powerful. What's happening is just, wow.
People over there are very different. So, I mean, it's a very different way of life. So, I mean, people will change the stigma of it. Whether you choose to smoke or not is your decision. Whatever you choose to put into your body is your decision. And you should do that no matter what. So, but I mean, if you choose to ingest cannabis, it's something that will benefit you, and it might give you some negative effects. But I mean, at your own discretion, do it yourself. But I mean, there's so many options in this world that benefit us, and it would be just kind of ignorant.
Of course, man.
Just eternity.
And the world is beginning to see. Here in New York, we live in a state where legislation that takes place here has a global effect.
Yep.
That's just how this state has always been, ran like that. So who knows what happens when New York goes that route and starts to say, okay, let's open this up. Let's get some good sales tax off of this, special rates, whatever. And then the rest of the world will be like, damn, New York? Oh, all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, once the U.S. puts their stamp on it, it's gonna be a big deal everywhere. So I mean, once you make it there, you're gonna make it everywhere. So
of course,
they already what was it? Yeah, Leafly already ran an ad in the New York Times. So.
No, Leafly did?
Yeah,
that's crazy, man. I love Leafly.
Yeah. It was really classy. Yeah, it was cool though. Correlated what people were doing, and there's type of strain they might have chose.
So we were talking about what? Gorilla Glue? What's going on with these sort of strains? How's the evolution of strains evolving right now? How's it unfolding?
People like to say that there was nothing this strong 30 years ago. That is strong in some sense, but I mean, South America, a lot of the tropical places, there were still things that were plants that were 20 plus THC content called Sensibilia. Still the higher content stuff. Still the
right, like we were talking
stuff your dealer would smoke and you wouldn't tell you about it. But I mean, the stuff that your uncles and parents might have been token on probably grass 1%. But I mean, the stuff that the tropical places and the OGs were growing, it's everywhere now. Everything is 15 plus. Amount of THC, cannabinoids.
And these edibles are popping up on the scene.
Yeah, I mean, all the things you can ingest marijuana is ridiculous. It's for anywhere from just smoking regular joint to edibles. So I mean, my personal preference is dabs. I mean, or also known as butane hash oil.
How does that differentiate? Just for people who are watching the show, dabs from, say, just regular bud, regular herb?
Well, there's nothing added to it. It's all the things you get high from, the things you medicate from. It's just extracted via butane extraction process. All the lipids and all the things that get you medicated are extracted out, and you end up with a wax-like or shadow-like material, depending on the process that's chosen by.
And just hold your breath.
No problem.
Everybody, this video. I love it when I have to do this, all the legal stuff.
Oh yeah.
This video is for educational purposes only. Please consult your medical care practitioner for your own herbal
I'm not a
needs.
medical
We are not medical care practitioners. We're not doctors. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence. This message has not been approved by the FDA.
Yeah, it's your body.
It's your body.
Please be safe with what you do.
Yeah. So what were you talking about? This wax and edibles? What's going on here?
Well,
man?
Edibles is a great choice for someone who is not looking to ingest smoke or anything that might harm their lungs.
Mm-hmm.
So you take it directly that way. Another way is that I mentioned is hash oil. You could dab it with a vaporizer nail, and there's no smoke involved, just vapor. But some people who have taken it the first time do cough and feel like they are somewhat overwhelmed. But it is a lot stronger. THC content is a lot higher.
Yeah. So we're talking like what? You're talking about 70% THC?
Yeah, around that.
As opposed to we're talking about 30%, which is a high.
That's 30% is
wow. So that's why you only have to take one dab.
Yeah.
And then boom, you're in the sky.
Yeah. There's been a couple of news stories that have been spinning a little, like it's like the crack of marijuana, and it kind of is. but it's someone for
it's healthy.
Higher tolerant. It is honestly healthier. You decipher the strains a lot better, and you get a fuller, flavorful, more well-rounded high. And it is, for someone who does enjoy it, it is just personal preference. But I know some people who prefer flower over cannabis, over the oil. So it's what you choose. But there are benefits.
So while you're talking, dude, just set me up on that medicine.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. I got you.
The doctor over here. This is the dab doctor.
What strain do you prefer, sir?
I'll let the doctor decide.
Okay.
I'll let the doctor decide.
Which one did you have already? You had flow?
Yeah.
Which one?
We got 5 viewers. Anybody that wants to join a chat, you can.
Yeah,
just make sure you got to go onto the Google Play Plus, find Circle of Drink on Google Plus, join the actual studio part of it, not this viewer part that some of you are watching it on. And as long as you have a Google account, then you should be able to join us.
Yeah. Open the questions, whatever you want to ask.
Open the questions, yeah.
Excuse me.
Let me see if I can open up a chat room. That might be a possibility. Chat, yes. Anybody wants to chat, feel free to ask questions. I just opened up the chat room. Yeah, man. So we're just talking about mate. For those of you that don't know what mate is, I apologize. Yerba mate is a powerful herb, a powerful holly plant from South America, the Southern Cone region, grown between Paraguay, Argentina, Uruguay, and southern Brazil. You drink it, you feel great, you feel good. It's very healthy. It blows away green tea. Has a lot of benefits, all the benefits that green tea has, more or less, and many more. But I love green tea. I still respect it, still drink it. And but mate just kind of brings your mind to another place. Brings your mind.
Wait, I want to be the devil's advocate.
No, go ahead.
How's it better than green tea though?
Okay, well, green tea has about let's just call it 146 active compounds. Mate has 196 active compounds. Green tea has some compounds called like EGCG, these different catechins, and I'll just do it over here while I'm talking. And mate has other ones like how do I do this again?
Slow, steady inhale, dude.
I got to put that in.
Yep.
So you talk.
Yeah, it's it has a lot more nutritional benefits. Inhale. Has a little more caffeine. Has antioxidants, almost double the amount.
That for you.
Sorry for the interruption, but I mean, it's got double the amount of antioxidants, vitamins. So instead of taking a nutritional supplement, you could have some mate.
Preach.
And you won't need your cup of coffee. You won't need any of that. You just have a gourd, sip some mate.
What about the traditional way of drinking mate? How do you explain that to people? Why is that so important?
The Bombilla and gourd?
Bombisha.
Bombisha, I apologize. It's more of a bonding experience. It's a little as traditional as you said, but I mean it also offers the little eye-catching, little eye candy. It's through the Bombisha, you have the gourd, a little stronger. It does offer stronger effects because it has a little more concentrated.
Like what Joe was telling us before, like once you started drinking out of the gourd, it was on fire for him.
Yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, you wake all the fucking time.
Yeah,
the amount, caffeine and what were you mentioning?
Theobromine, and theophylline.
Yeah, you don't crash. So I mean, that's
don't crash with mate.
Awesome. Nothing better than caffeine with no crash. Really.
So we're gonna try to have this conversation once a week or so, just talking about Matejuana combination between the two powerful herbs, some of the most powerful herbs on the planet, maybe the most powerful herbs on the planet. My name is Dave Mate from CircleOfDrink.com. This has been a pleasure. I am with
Dave Zarbuds. I'm over here. Be here talking, chatting it up, and bonding the two and see how they are.
Yes.
Enjoy the week, guys. Peace.
Paz. Amor. Yerba mate para siempre.